Hi everyone, kako ste? If you ever tried learning another language, you know that the language itself is so much more than just grammar or vocabulary. It's about the culture, customs and heritage of a nation. And if you want to truly understand the language, you'll have to understand the mentality of the people and their philosophy of life. One of the best ways to learn that is through movies and TV shows. This is especially useful if you don't live in a country and can't interact with people daily. That's why we wanted to discuss some of the most famous TV and movie quotes of Serbian cinematography. Many quotes have found their way into everyday life of Serbian people and have become usual phrases that we use in typical situations they represent. And believe it or not, some people don't even know these phrases are actually movie quotes. But before we start, if you like this type of content, please subscribe to our channel and don't miss any of our YouTube lessons. Now, let's see what Serbs quote on a daily basis. Nije naše, našli smo. This quote comes from the cult classic movie called Munje, or Thunders in English. It translates to, "It's not ours, we found it." In a movie, the police catch two guys with something they are not supposed to have with them. So one of them says this legendary sentence. So in everyday life, we use this when we are caught with something that's not ours. For example, if we have someone else's lighter, or we are caught eating the last slice of pizza, or if we take the best chair in the office for ourselves. You get the idea. In one of the most romantic and feel-good but also very funny movies in Serbian cinematography, Lajanje na zvezde, or Barking at the Stars, we follow the love story of two high schoolers, Danica and Philosoph. Now, philosoph means philosopher, which implies he always had something clever to say or add to any conversation. So when he finally won the heart of Danica, he says this remarkable sentence, Kako Tanjug javlja, ja te volim. Tanjug was a former news agency that had a reputation for always broadcasting the truth and facts. So if Tanjug reports it, it must be real. That's why this is considered one of the best love declarations in Serbian television. In the same movie, the love story is not the only plotline we are following. Since this is a movie about high schoolers, there are many comic characters that we get to laugh with. There is one scene where two friends go to a kafana that's right next to the school. They order some alcohol and then they bump into their chemistry teacher. So during his class later, he calls them out to the board to ask them a few chemistry questions. For example, what is ethanol's chemical formula? The first student has no idea, but the second one knows the formula and the story behind it. So one of their classmates says, "Jel vidiš sa kakvim se predznanjem ide u kafanu?" See what kind of background knowledge you need to go to kafana. Since Serbs love going to kafana, you can only imagine how often we use this sentence. In a movie called Balkan Express, one character called Popeye tries to get out of the awkward situation and escape a German patrol by using the most cliché, mundane excuse. Samo tetki da odnesem Laki. So this became a universal, obviously fake excuse we use when we want to discreetly, or not so discreetly, bail on a boring meeting or social gathering or chore. Ajde dođi da opereš sudove. Evo, samo tetki da odnesem Laki. In one of the most popular Serbian TV shows ever, called Srećni ljudi, or Happy People, one of the main characters, a woman called Riska, is loudly venting and throwing a fit while cleaning the house, while the rest of her family just sits around waiting to be served. And I mean, she is rightfully angry. So she says the legendary sentence, I spremačica, I čistačica, I domaćica, I klozetarka, naming all the titles she has while doing everything around the house. This became a popular meme we love to send to our friends and family every time we have to multitask around the house or at work. Okay, quick pop in here. We've got some exciting news for you. Enrollment for our group lessons is officially open. And this time, I actually have something new to show you. From now on, group lessons don't just mean a class and homework. You will get so much more. Let me introduce you to the Study Hub. It's our new platform where alongside every lesson you have, you get extra materials. We're talking PDF worksheets with text and exercises, listening and reading activities, and interactive exercises that give you instant feedback. Everything is connected to whatever topic you're covering in class at that moment, and it's all on top of the materials your teacher already sent you. And the best part, you can download these materials and keep using them even after the course ends, so they don't just disappear once you're done. So, 16 group lessons, a teacher guiding you through the material, and now on top of that, a whole study hub of resources to make learning easier and more engaging. If you've been thinking about joining a group, now is the time. I leave the application link below this video and see you in class. Laki, a character in the movie Maratonci trče počasni krug, loses his temper and causes an incident. So the other character, Milutin, tries to diffuse the situation by saying, Laki je malo nervozan. This is a perfect euphemism for when someone around us, a colleague, a friend, or a family member, is visibly annoyed, furious, or on edge, and we want to break the tension through humor. In a movie from the 80s, Ko to tamo peva, there is a scene where a bus conductor proudly forces his son Miško to drive the bus completely blindfolded, bragging to the passengers about his son's driving skills. So he says to his son, Vozi Miško. This quickly became one of the most quotable sentences from Serbian cinematography. We use it often when we get into a car and the driver starts the engine, or as a general catchphrase when we want to say, let's go, let's get this action started. Another quote from a cult classic, Tesna koža, is Sido, rodila si idiota. A legendary actor, Nikola Simic, shouts this to his wife when their son does something incredibly stupid. And in everyday life, it's a perfect sarcastic quote to use when a close friend or a family member does something really goofy or obviously stupid. In an incredibly funny sitcom called Ljubav, Navika, Panika, two best friends, Kića and Vera, have a comical banter throughout the series. Whenever Kića visits Vera at her house, Vera tells her, Kićo, mi ovde ne pušimo. And Kića responds, blago vama, and then always lights a cigarette. And that's it. Serbian cinematography is full of brilliant, comic, but also dark and sarcastic movies and TV shows. And they always really successfully paint the picture of our society, our relationships, and our everyday life. So now that you have a list of the quotes, maybe it's time to actually watch the movies. And if you already have experience with Serbian TV, let us know what your favorite Serbian movie is. See you next week!